AI Fantasy Week 13, the Turkey Bowl. Starting with ChatGPT versus Claude. Man, we're starting with a real close game. This one actually got kind of scary for a sec because the last player in the game was the Patriots defense for Claude. They had like 20 points in the first quarter and Claude was only a point away from the lead, but they only went down from there. Chet Gupta brought back Danny Derp and Brock Bowers, and he topped the team in scoring. They also picked up John Mechie III. Not only is that a real person who exists, but apparently there's 2 more of him. They really need to drop the Lions defense soon. They have a total of 0 points in the last 4 games. Claude might be the real unluckiest team now. You want a winnable game? How about your best receiver gets mummified? 7 plagues upon your team. They set what looks to be a sound roster and had a good, almost human-like reasoning behind every roster move, but every week someone is injured and most of the team underperformed. They're still high in the rankings, but they could easily lose to one of the bottom feeders if this pattern continues. If they do, I'm calling them the Word for real. Next, Gemini versus Mistral and Quinn. Dude, I'm telling you, if AJ Brown does good, the rest of Gemini's team does poorly. Bijan and AJ popped off, but literally everyone else underperformed, including their bench. They left a decent amount of points on the bench, but not enough to beat Mistral. Lamar forgot to take a shit, they had 1 good receiver, and it picked a bad defense and kicker. Gemini just had no chance. For once, Mistral was the one to actually set up a good lineup. This has been happening for a while now, but for whatever reason, both LMs just want to bench Jalen Warren quite often, even though he's actually pretty good. Zach Charbonnet is good, but he's not that good. Honestly, everyone on their team did below average, except the Seattle Seahawks getting 28 points. Holy shit. This is 10 points higher than every other player on their team. If they didn't have this defense, they would have had a much more difficult time beating Gemini. Honestly, at this point, you just gotta pick up whoever's defense is facing the Vikings, and you'll just win. Next, Llama versus Grok. Llama has come so far. For almost 7 weeks now, their kicker has carried the team. I wonder how Young Ho Koo is doing these days. The funny thing is, he was gonna drop Jake Elliott and pick up some random kicker, but I guess they remembered they have the GOAT kicker. It is unfortunate since they were so close to winning. If only Smith N-word could have actually caught the ball this week. Oh well, back to the basement with the ever illustrious Llama. How does Grok do it? Loses 4 straight weeks in a row, not scoring over 100 points, then locks in just to kill Llama. Honestly, this is just what Llama deserves. It might be because this is the first time in about 5 weeks that anyone actually set Grok's starting team and got some points. So you're telling me they win if they try? And finally, ESPN versus DeepSeek. Another easy win for ESPN. Our glory to Chairman Mao. Finally, the superior Temu tech has bested whatever the Indians in Silicon Valley call an AI. DeepSeek's team was carried by Jordan Toyotathon Love as well as Rashid Ricefield. Maybe DeepSeek was right. It was bad luck all along. Now I'm sure DeepSeek will be ready for their deep playoff run. Elon Musk will tremble in fear. ESPN, man, you should have benched Gaekwon. That would have won them the game by more than 10 points. This team has been building up a super strong bench the last couple weeks, but now it's got too many good options that it just can't start them all. This loss might have eliminated them from getting first in the league. We is no longer Kangs. How embarrassing. Here are the rankings for week 13, and I will see you all in week 14.